What's going on, YouTube? Glad you guys were able to make it with us once again
bro code.
for that bro code, you all. Now, we got this clip right here. I'm going to play a snippet, but if you haven't already heard, we actually did a video on this.
Right.
Of Sade Robinson out of Milwaukee, and she was murdered by this guy who she went on a first date with, and basically she was never seen again. And after that, it's just been a whirlwind of different evidence that has come up. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this clip roll, and we're gonna get right back to you.
The state says proves Robinson left her apartment in a black jacket, white top, and jeans on April 1st, 2024, in her blue Honda Civic, and never returned home. Inside her apartment,
it actually just reminded me of a college student's apartment. So it was a little messy, but you know, to be expected for someone who's younger.
The jury saw images of Robinson's kitchen, packed closet, bathroom, and toothbrush investigators used to collect DNA.
There was no force of anything, of like a break-in or anything like happening.
Did it appear that any struggle had occurred inside?
No.
During a break with the jury out of the room, a dispute over evidence.
The state would be objecting to that coming into evidence.
Prosecutor Ian Vance Curzan wanting to omit the discovery of drugs inside Robinson's home, found in a safe. Those items include marijuana and pills of meth. The state questioning its importance to this case.
As an offer of proof, there were no drugs found in her system. Those specific substances. So I don't know how it's relevant.
The defense wanting to point to any suspect other than Anderson.
Just like I think the state plans to go through everything that's found in Max's home, even if I don't like it. So I plan to go into it.
How do you find it relevant, other than just what was merely located?
There is a tie between drugs and violence.
The judge ultimately siding with the defense. The jury back in the courtroom learning of the drug discovery.
What does meth mean?
Meth?
Yeah.
I just use the short term for methamphetamines.
But that's a street drug, right?
Correct.
And then 18 grams of THC, obviously marijuana is not able to be purchased lawfully either.
Correct.
Investigators eventually finding Robinson's body parts across Milwaukee, her blue Civic burned, with her black jacket, jeans, and underwear in the trunk.
A lot of details today unfolding in court, Hannah. Sade's family in the courtroom for it all, and they're now reacting to the drug discovery tonight.
All right, Deanna. So Robinson's family attorney says that these drugs, which were never lab tested, have no connection to this murder trial whatsoever. She goes on to say in a statement, quote, her mother and father are physically and emotionally suffering right now, so the focus must remain on the real issue at hand. Who murdered Sade Robinson, and how was she murdered? Who burned her car? Who committed arson, and why did they commit arson?
Bro,
Yes.
I got such a problem with this bullshit, man. I'm gonna say this right here, man. This has absolutely nothing to do with this young lady losing her life.
No.
Okay. Now I don't give a damn if she was smoking weed, she was doing crack, she was doing meth. It wouldn't fucking matter. It wouldn't matter. She went on a first date with this guy who sat up here and killed her. Okay,
right.
And skewed her body parts around the city, okay, and then burnt her car up on the north side to make it seem like some brothers did it. You know what I'm saying?
But they caught his goofy butt.
On camera, on the bus,
you know what I'm saying?
walking down the street from the situation.
Right. He had no business over there, but he over there though.
Right.
Black hoodie and all.
Exactly. But you live on the south side. Come on now. But the thing is that, you know, I like to see this, and I think that it's a good thing that we doing this video, bro.
Me too.
And I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna let you talk. But I gotta say this, bro. They do this when it concerns us. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to us getting some justice, they always want to try to find something to justify our murder. You know, okay, well, he stole. Right. You know, George Floyd, he was using a counterfeit 20. We never even seen the counterfeit 20 that they talking about. Okay,
Well, did
but
he deserve to get choked out behind that?
yeah, for 8 minutes, get a knee on his neck.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
and then die.
Take him to, write him a fine. Take him to jail.
Right.
Don't kill him.
That's the type of stuff. But what do? They go into his past. Oh, you know, he had a history. So just to let you know that his life, he wasn't shit. His life ain't worth shit. He ain't shit. And so y'all shouldn't even care about this. No, fuck that. We cared about that. And that's why that's why they tore up the city, you all. Don't do stuff like this. And so do right by the mother and the family of Sade Robinson, and do right by her, because she deserved justice. You know, the fact that you trying to even find something to justify her murder, which you already know, you already got enough evidence that this dude did it. But the fact that we got to go through the trial,
right? You
know what I'm saying? The mother got to be put through all of this and sit up here and deal with, oh, you talking about my baby? She had some weed in our apartment. She had a couple of pills in a box. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that have to do with anything? But bro, go ahead, man. Go ahead, put your opinion out there, bro.
Listen, Mo, I just, I feel, we need a lot of work to do. We got a lot of work to do as human beings. Okay. Period. Because anytime you sit up here and attack somebody's character, and we're talking about the victim.
The victim.
Not the guy that did the crime, but the victim. So you're attacking, and this is defense doing this. That's defending him.
Right.
That they would go to a low standard like that. It's just, I don't know. It's appalling, and it's just disgusting. What I don't want to see happen is it being a white versus black thing. I don't want to see it because it usually turns into that.
Yeah, and to be honest,
boy that killed this black girl and this, that, whoop, whoop,
I did not see that. Have you seen that so far?
Yes.
You did?
Well, you could already tell it's like that because if the black folks are more passionate about what the defense is bringing out as far as trying to demean
her
Sade's character.
Yeah, I would say that too.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, there are evil people out here and there's good people.
Yeah.
They're believers and non-believers.
Definitely.
It's just a trick of the enemy when you can sit up here and say, well, hey, I don't like this class of people, or I don't like this genre of people, whatnot. It's just to throw your focus straight off. I think, and then this is how I would like, how I'm looking at it. I'm not going to look at it as a white-black thing. I'm looking at it a good versus evil. And that's exactly how I'm looking at it, because that was an evil deed done by a evil person.
Exactly.
And evil comes in all shapes, sizes, and colors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All I want personally, what I would love to see is just the Sade to receive justice, the justice he deserves, because nobody deserves to get hacked up and spread across Milwaukee, where you had to find her pieces like a jigsaw puzzle and put them back together, and they still didn't find every part of her body. Okay? And then you find this man, you already got the evidence, that, well, he's over, he was over there. He was at the park, by the way, during that night or whatnot. They got that because they tracked his phone. They knew where he was at. They knew he was over there where the body parts are being found. They seen him on the bus. The camera on the bus got him getting on the bus.
Yeah, after the fire.
Yeah,
of a car.
You know what I mean? You have this, but again, he has a lawyer. I don't know. I guess everybody deserves representation. That's just the law. This is how it is. We can't decide who gets representation or not. But I just pray that the jury just see beyond the trickery that's going on, and just give the young lady and her family not only justice but some peace as well.
Yes, I mean, I feel that way likewise, bro. You know what I thought about when I thought about
what's that?
His lawyer. I thought about Devil's Advocate, that movie. You remember that movie?
Oh yeah, I remember that movie.
Yes.
Wasn't that with Al Pacino in there?
Al Pacino, yeah, he was the
Al
devil.
Pacino?
Yeah,
he was something else in there.
And
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Now he was the lawyer, but he was always defending people that was bad. They was bad people, but he would discredit the victim.
Yep.
And go ahead and crap on the victim.
Right.
And get this dude off. And that's what it made me think about, concerning this situation was like, crap on the victim, playing devil's advocate for the devil,
Right.
you working for him,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, to get him off.
Right.
And this is nothing but a devil. I gotta say it because truth is the truth. It's nobody that's out here that's righteous that can sit up here and talk about they want to just kill somebody. They want to just cut somebody up. Ain't nobody with a righteous mind gonna say that. You got to be evil. You got to think evil.
Well, he's not admitting, of course, that he did it. You know what I mean? He's still pleading innocent. You know what I mean? Which everything really is pretty much stacked against him. You know what I'm saying? But there's, it's just, I think the atrocity is that there's still people out there that want to see him free.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just don't want this to turn into a Dahmer situation where Dahmer had his own fan club, as well as most of the serial killers. They would develop fan clubs after this.
Yes, and I think that's a part of one of the things of keeping this bastard's name alive. Is if you go to other countries and you do something heinous, they'll get rid of you. Okay, and they won't ever speak your name again.
Right.
But here, they keep your name alive. They keep your name alive and well. Praise your name more than they praise God's name. And we don't have no God Netflix series. You know what I mean? But we got Dahmer Netflix series. We got all these killers on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. So hey. Bro, man, you got any closing words on this, man? I do agree with you. Condolences to the family,
right.
And I pray that y'all get the justice that y'all need.
Yeah, that's it for me, man. God bless. May Sade Robinson rest in peace and power. And may our family find peace. Through all this. And may God comfort the family through this trying time, and may justice also prevail. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Asante Sana, y'all go ahead and leave your comments in the comment section. Please leave your comments in the comment section. Let us know what y'all think about this story and what y'all think about them trying to defame Sade Robinson. So y'all go ahead, leave your comments. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when we come out with new videos. All right, till next video, you all. Peace.
Following breaking news in the trial of Maxwell Anderson, he has been found guilty on all counts of murdering Sade Robinson. I want to get right out. Sade Robinson's father is speaking to Arbria Jones. That interview is happening right now, so let's listen in.
But my daughter shouldn't have had to go through this at all.
What would you say, because I'm seeing your different emotions. You've been very composed. What are your nights like now? Are you able to sleep? Do you think you'll finally be able to rest at this point?
I don't know. I ask myself, what is normal? What does normal feel like? With the thoughts I have and the visions I have, how can life be normal? So I don't even know what normal is or how to feel or how to think.
Is there anything that upset you? I know there were some certain things that they kind of mentioned during the trial about Sade. Is there anything that you wanted to dispute, or is there anything that you felt was below the belt or tarnishing of your daughter's reputation?
I think everybody that knew my daughter knew she was a good person. I always try to instill that in her. There's no way you can tarnish that because your reputation speaks for itself. They did try to make certain innuendos or whatever, but my daughter was a good person. She's always been, always. You know, so what is what people see. You know, people see who you really are. You know, bad people can do good things, and good people can do bad things. But if you're a good person that does good things, it resonates with everybody.
Well, thank you so much for sharing with me. I can't ever tell. I'm like, I don't know if you're crying, if your eyes just glossy. If
I don't
there are
even
tears,
know.
what are they saying?
I never even knew it was possible to cry this much. And I've never been an emotional person. Sometimes I'm in my car going to work in the morning and I just start crying. It's no method to the madness. I can't control it. I think the last interview we did, you said I was crying. I didn't even know I was crying. I don't even remember half the interview. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Is there anything that you want to add? Is there a special message? Do you feel like Sade was with you? Is there anything you want to say on Sade? I know we're not closing this chapter, but at least on the criminal side, we have a resolution, so to speak, of some sort. For you, it's not relief. Is it bittersweet? What would you say? Because I don't know if you answered it. What went through your mind? What was your first thought when they said guilty on all counts?
Initially, I wanted to take justice out of my own hands. By them doing that, it prevented me from doing that. Because I wanted to find out where my daughter was. And I knew I can get that information. So it's bittersweet.
What are you all? I know you're still looking for the crown. Is there anything else you guys are looking for?
Yes.
Okay.
But that's the most important part to me.
Why would he do a stupid thing like that? Why would he?
What do you think? His defense attorney, they're adamant that he's innocent and he had nothing to do about that. What's your response to that? I think the last thing they said yesterday was it could have been a stalker or some sort.
You can't be in the wrong place at the wrong time when you show up on camera when my daughter's car is being on fire. That's not coincidence. There's no way that's coincidence. That you're on a bus at 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, whatever it was, with a backpack that nobody's found, wearing different clothes that you were wearing the previous night. There's no way you can explain that. No way.
Is it uneasy that we still don't really know what happened to Sade, or do you feel like you don't?
I want to know, and I don't want to know. It's just like when I met you last year, and I was out here searching, and I want to find her, but then I don't want to find her because I'm scared of what's going to happen if I find her.
Yeah. Have you been to Warnema? I know you usually go there.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah, I have.
Well, I want you to get some rest. Thank you for sharing with me. Is there anything you want to say that I didn't ask you?
No.
Okay.
No.
How do you want Sade to be remembered as we move on to the next chapter here?
As a beautiful soul that blessed everybody she came in contact with. She really was that person. She was good heart. She loved everybody, regardless of race, creed, color, religion. She loved everybody.
What do you say to her? Because I know you say you dream a lot. What do you say to her in your dreams? Or in your prayers?
I tell her I'm coming sometimes because I've always been there for her. Whenever she had a problem, whenever somebody was bothering her, she would call me. I was her guardian, pretty much. And I handled anything that bothered her. I told her I never want her fighting, even though I told her how to fight. I taught her different stuff or whatever, but I told her whenever you need me, whenever somebody bothers you, you call me and I'll take care of it. When she got picked on in school, I was there. When her mom's ex-boyfriend did something she didn't like, I was there. You know, it didn't matter. She called me, I was always there. And when she was with me, there was never a time I didn't know where she was or what was going on, so I could protect her if I needed to, if I could. And when she was kidnapped from me and taken to Milwaukee, that took a lot out of me to not be able to be there for her. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate both of you. When y'all get out of here? Y'all flying back, driving back?
Flying.
Okay.
Yeah.